So, do you know where gardening started? Any idea when gardening started? Okay, so gardening actually started in the Garden of Eden. Do you know where the Garden of, or when the Garden of Eden was? In the beginning, exactly. So, in Genesis 2 verse 15, Jesus says, the Lord God took man, put him in the garden to work and to take care of it. So from the beginning, it is our duty as man to work in the garden and take care of it. Now, why do you think we must work in the garden? Exactly. So what do we eat? Or what do we need to live? Fruits and vegetables. And where do we get it? Yes, it starts in the garden. So what is important is that you need to start working in the garden. But there's more to it than just working in the garden. You need to understand how the garden affects you, how it affects your mind, how you interact with the garden. It's a very beautiful process that God started in the Garden of Eden. So, the reason, when in Eden, God taught lessons in the garden was a way for them to learn to live, a way for them to learn to communicate with each other and the animals and the plants, and a way for them to understand God's beauty and communication with Him. So when you are working in the garden, it opens your mind, it opens your heart, and it works you out physically. So when we are working physically and when we are in the garden, we see the beauty of nature. We see how God has made things, how they grow, how He made it especially for us, for our bodies, and how when we are working in the garden, it not only strengthens us, but it opens our mind to understand things better. It opens our mind to become more intellectually adept, and that means that we can think better, we can reason better, we can remember better. So when you are struggling with your studies and your work, homework and schoolwork and all of that stuff, it is important to just go and walk in the garden and see God's nature. Play